People are done working 9 to 5s. People are done just trying to work to survive. Wake up, work. They're at work more than they're at home. You get what I'm saying? They're never able to fully pursue their passions in life because of how little, they're getting paid. And I know some people get on the internet and they be like, oh, that's their fault, get more skills. And I agree with you to a certain extent. But nowadays, it's a little different. Because you could get the skills, you could go to school for 4 years, you could get multiple degrees, and you still might, leave your college, and nobody wants to hire you. Oh, you got to have 5 years of experience. How do you expect me to get experience in the first place? It's like a catch-22 working nowadays in 2026, and recently, all these last couple years. The older generation likes to look at the younger people nowadays like, oh, just work harder. Just work harder, you'll be fine. But it's not that simple. The average home is how much money nowadays? People, you can't afford no home nowadays working a normal job. Back in the days, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you could get a normal job. Maybe you won't be balling, but you could get a normal job. You could still afford a car and a home. It's crazy. So I'm about to show you guys some clips I've seen on social media of people talking about this and going a little bit more in depth than me. But know that I stand with a lot of these people and what they're saying. I agree 100%. Though none of us want to work. So let's get into it.
I hate working! I hate it! I hate it! I hate it!
I'm only 2 years into working my 9 to 5 job, and this is awful. So you're telling me I'm having the Sunday scaries every week to dread 5 days of my life, to then be rewarded with a little thrill on Friday, but then be so tired from working that I pass out at like 10 p.m. Live for Saturdays, love them, but really that is only one full day of fun, because Sunday, have a great Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon rolls around and I have the Sunday scaries and I'm dreading my life for the next 5 days. I went to college for 4 years to be stuck in this cycle. What? No, 2 years is enough. So I'm on TikTok and I will be promoting products and posting my way out of this god-awful cycle. I cannot settle for a life of dread, especially if they want us to retire at 70 now. No. I'm going to be using the internet because I see people making a fuck ton of money on here, and you can be making a fuck ton of money by creating digital products, selling those, and then promoting products that you didn't even make. So yeah, that's my plan. That's what I'm going to be doing to get me out of this god-awful cycle, because I cannot take another second of it.
I agree with what she said. It's like what I said in the beginning of the video. People are working so much that when you go home, you feel like you're visiting your house. You're at work way more than you're at home. You get what I'm saying? You get 1 day off, 2 days off a week, and people are tired of it. The older generation always say, oh, people don't want to work nowadays. Nah, I would say our generation just realized how stupid our system is. You work for 65 years, now 70 years. The government wants you to work 70 years of your life and then you could be free. But what's the point of being free if you're almost on your deathbed? You get what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people, we don't want to live that life. So I agree with her. You should get on the internet. You should be doing everything possible it is for you to make extra money besides just your job. You shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket. Well, I'm just going to work this job and be fine with this, have a 401k. Nah, have a little side hustle, have a little internet business. You could do TikTok, you could do YouTube like me, you could start a business, whatever it is you want to do, drop shipping. But I agree with her 100%.
I be the first motherfucker ready to go home every day, then be the first motherfucker crying with my check shout.
Misery Monday, I am a child, I don't want to work. I don't want to work, I don't want to work, I don't want to work.
Crashing out. I've been through that myself. Have you ever prayed for a job and then you get the job, you like, damn, this shit not all it's cracked up to be. This shit low key trash. But what you gonna do? You just gonna stop working? You gonna be a bum? In this society, you gotta work to live. It's getting to the point where just being alive is a privilege. You gotta pay for everything: water, food, vegetables, just to go to certain places. You can't even get from A to B, walking realistically nowadays. You can't go nowhere without spending money. I said this in previous videos a long time ago, but as an adult male, like I go outside, I might go outside for like an hour or two, and automatically I spent $100. I'm like, damn, I really didn't do much. I bought gas. I might have got a snack or some water or something. Right away I just spent $100 without even trying to spend money. You get what I'm saying? The world is expensive, but working is trash. But what are we gonna do? Just quit?
Kill me! Go get a hammer, then come back and kill me with it!
Like I said, a lot of people going to college. I seen a video, I can't really find it, but I seen one video. The lady said she had 2 bachelor's degrees in her chosen profession, right? 2 bachelor's degrees. She graduated with her second. She's finally able to enter the workforce. No company will hire her. She put like hundreds of applications. Nobody will hire her. And another problem with modern day working is that every AI is taking over the world. We already know that. We acknowledge that. But a lot of people's application are just being rejected by AI. So nobody are even looking at your resume or anything. You're just being rejected. And then when you go on LinkedIn or Indeed, there's a lot of ghost jobs too. They saying they really looking for somebody, but they really not, because they're not hiring no one. Then there's layoffs left and right. UPS just did a big layoff. Let me know if you want to see a video about that. I'll make a video about it. But they just laid off a bunch of people, and people thought they had it made because UPS, remember, they upped their pay to like $100K a year. Drivers was making $100K a year, but they just laying you off. And when you get laid off, yes, you get unemployment, but how long do that last? You got to find another job that's equivalent to the one you got. And a lot of these jobs are not trying to pay the employees $100K a year. You get what I'm saying? They trying to pay you as little as possible for they could profit at the end of the year. Companies always talk about their bottom line, right? And what bottom line means is profit. How much money are we keeping? How much money is going in our investors' pocket, in our owners' pocket? All of these things. But let's continue.
I'm just gonna say I hate working. I hate working. And it's not even that I hate my job or my coworkers. I love my job. I love my coworkers. But the fact that I gotta wake up every day at 5 a.m., get ready, drive somewhere, and spend 10 hours of my day there is sad. This shit is so dead, y'all. And we gotta do this until we're 60 years old or even older. This shit is so whack. And the money doesn't even motivate me, y'all. I don't care about the money. I want to get up and live my life.
So I'm just realizing, I think I just don't want to work. Yep, you hear that, boomers? Gen Z just doesn't want to work nowadays. I don't. I really fucking don't. And I don't know why that's a measurable thing for worth or hardworking stuff. No, bro. I'm a certified complainer. I'm gonna complain about where I work every fucking time, because guess what? I don't want to work. I don't want to fucking work, bro. I don't. I fucking hate every job I've worked, bro. Besides, my first 2 jobs, I was young, and it wasn't really it's not like I had to pay rent. I've always been privileged to have a village, and my mom has always helped me. So I was never working for bills until kind of now. Now it's all right, I need to contribute better, so that's why I'm forcing myself to work harder than I usually have. But my first 2 jobs were fun because I was young. I was a fucking, little rebellious teenager getting high on the clock and shit, both jobs. When I worked at Domino's, it was kind of it reminded me of Enterprise City. I don't know if anybody had that field trip when they were younger, but it just kind of felt fake. I don't know how to describe it. It just felt like I was there just to have fun. But now I'm working at a job that isn't, honestly, when I take a step back and get out of my fucking mind, it's not as bad. Blue collar motherfuckers would be yup, well guess what? I work 100 hours a week. I work my entire existence, and that's what you do. You know what I mean? I get it. It's not demanding. My job, I'm a cleaner. I basically work for myself because I never see anybody else. It's just me. I go to my building, I clean it, I leave. But cleaning public areas comes with cleaning shit sprays. It comes with cleaning messes that you just cannot logically understand. I'm how did you fucking do that? And then you start realizing how entitled the general public is and how they don't give a fuck. They don't give a rat's ass if they make a disgusting mess because they're not the ones cleaning it. So then, this job that I have now just makes me angry. I'm always angry when I'm there. I'm just the whole time I'm talking to myself. I'm just bitching at people I've never even met. Like the people who work there that I never see. I'm just cleaning up after them. I'm like, yo, y'all stinky butt ass fucking booty faces who leave their booty parsley on the fucking seats, on the ground, like little rolled up tiny pieces of toilet paper that are brown because you know it came out of their ass. And I don't know, it just makes me mad. I just don't want to work, ever. I don't want to work. Somebody hand me $50 million right now. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not working for fucking potentially 65 years to maybe retire at 65. Maybe! And still not be able to afford life. Fuck that. The thought of just living that life for as long as, you know, however long I have on this planet, makes me already want to curl up into a ball. Call me weak. Sure. Call me fucking weak, bro. That's just me. I don't want to fucking work, and I'm tired of cleaning up booty sprays. I'm really tired of cleaning up shits that I cannot understand how they do it, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had a couple explosives in my day, but like, wow, some of the shit I've seen there, I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, moral of the story is, Gen Z doesn't want to work nowadays. I don't want to work nowadays. Fuck no.
Hey yo, that stage when you start hating your job is crazy as fuck, cause like, soon as that shit start affecting your mental health, you cannot go back. Like, you can never go back. Like, it's over with after that. You can never walk back in that bitch and like genuinely be happy or be like, oh, I'm about to go to work. Like, that shit, like, you lose so much motivation, bro. Like, that shit, like, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm grateful to be working. I'm grateful for a job, but I'm starting to realize I hate fucking working. Like, I hate having to abide by somebody's schedule. I have to force myself to wake up in the morning and do things that I don't want to do. I'm starting to realize the fact that society literally puts people in a hamster wheel of confinement and restraint of a schedule just sucks, and you have to adhere to this for what? However many years until retirement, supposedly at 65, and this is miserable. Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I see why people do jobs like streaming and entertainment. I mean, a job is a job, and everything has its pros and cons, but I need some excitement out this mother. This shit is miserable, bro. Like, I literally am so drained, especially being in customer service, like saying the same thing over and over. These people really treat you like this is, I feel like it's modern day slavery to an extent. We're getting paid pennies to me, be overworked. You want me to multitask. You want me to overwork my brain, overwork my body, overwork my eyes. People don't talk about the long-term effects of staring at a computer and data entry. And then they want to give you metrics and expectations and write-ups and all of this stuff. And it's like your company doesn't even run itself effectively. Y'all don't even have realistic expectations for employees to actually be productive. You have toxic work environments. Even remote can be a toxic work environment because people can fucking cyberbully you. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. You got to work with people you don't like, you don't want to see. You have to play into the politics of bullshit. You can't just possibly come in and get your money, because I'm one of those people. I just want to come in and get my money. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. I'm sorry. I just don't, because I don't want to work anyway. So I'm not here to make friends. I want to get my check and I want to go home. And then when I get off, and I'm a single mother, or the only parent to a child too, a boy at that, a boy that's extremely active, I am literally exhausted. And it's like, I don't want to hate my life, but I'm so much happier when I don't work. And that's crazy. I'm so much happier when I don't work, but I do want to attain the stability just to prove to myself that I am not unstable. That's an accomplishment for me, to be stable. But this shit is just, I'm literally, I don't want to cook. Like, I have to work every day, taking calls nonstop. Like, literally, as soon as you end a call, another call is coming. I think companies need to regulate that for the mental health of people. Like, I don't want to immediately 30 seconds later, go on another call. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 3 minutes. You know, people would appreciate 3 minutes. This shit is miserable. I have to do a job, stare at a computer all day, listen to somebody fucking talk, say the same thing, type their notes, and it's just too much. Don't go into wrap up. You shouldn't be in wrap up, and playing all these stupid ass games with these supervisors. And then I have to get off of the clock. And time flies after you get off work. I don't know what it is. Time flies. And then I have to cook. Then I have to help my child with his homework. And I have to bathe him. And I have to put him to bed. And I have to do housework. And I have to tend to myself. And you think I'm not going to fucking look raggedy? I don't even want to be in motherfuckers' faces. I want to enjoy my life. I want to travel. But I'm too fucking tired to even want a man in my face, to really want to deal with my child. I see why parents came home angry, and it seemed like they were taking their anger out on us. They are mad at life. They have the world on their shoulders. This shit is not conducive to people's reality, a realistic life. And I see why people say fuck the system and find all types of ways to literally fuck the system, because the system is fucking us.
When it comes down to her being a single mother, I don't know her story, but a lot of people, you know, you have a choice. But I get what she's saying. You got to deal with a lot working these jobs. And when you work in specifically retail, like a few people was talking about, like people treat you like crap. Like I remember I used to work at Wendy's, and if I had to do the register, which is rare because I used to be a cook most of the time, but sometimes I'll have to work the register, and it was in New York, so this is one of those places that a lot of people are coming in. People would like treat you like crap, like, oh, you broke ass, you know what I'm saying? Working at Wendy's, I'm 19, like I'm just trying to get me, I'm trying to get some bread, trying to get my life going. You 19, you gonna be broke unless you get handed a bunch of money, which for most of us, we're not getting handed that. It is a terrible experience. That's why I'm saying, y'all, create a plan for yourself. Everybody can't be entrepreneurs. I understand that. But a lot of us can be. Entrepreneurship is the way to go if you're trying to escape this rat race. This really is, like, I be seeing memes online calling this a matrix, and it really is. And it really is modern day slavery also. Something that a YouTuber said that it made me think. It was like, the U.S. abolished slavery, right? Slavery will no longer be in the U.S. But instead of that, now we got modern day slavery. So we're gonna make sure everybody work. We're gonna convince all the women, right? We're gonna have this big feminist movement. We're gonna convince all the women to get into the workforce. You know what that's gonna do? More tax dollars is gonna come into the government's pocket. All right, boom. Now that the women's working, we're not gonna pay the American people. We're not gonna pay them what we should pay them to survive. We're gonna pay them just enough to keep on living, but not enough to really enjoy life. Life is not meant to be survived. It's meant to be thrived through. It's meant to be enjoyed. We only get one life, but when you're just at work 24/7, 5 days a week, some people 6-7 days a week, that is very unenjoyable. Were you supposed to do that for 60-70 years? I want you guys to leave a comment if you want to do that for 70 years. I know nobody gonna be like, yeah, I'll do it for 70 years. I would say me being in the military is a better opportunity, only because you only got to do 20 and then you'll get paid for the rest of your life for show. But for most people, everybody can't join the military. Everybody can't be entrepreneurs. There should be a livable wage. Like the government should be able to control like housing prices to a certain extent. People can't afford homes. People can't afford food. Like there's a new trend. Well, it's not new, but there's a trend where a lot of people are deciding to live at extended stay motels and stuff. Why? Because it's cheaper to do that than a rent apartment. To get an apartment, you need to make 3 times the rent. How many? If you in one of these big cities, you're not gonna be making 3 times the rent working a normal job, any normal job. If I'm being honest, unless you like the higher up manager, because don't get me wrong, managers make a lot, but not the shift leaders. Shoot, I remember when I used to work at Domino's, right? After high school, I'm working at Domino's. The person that ran the whole store. So I'm young. I asked him how much he make. He decided to tell me. He was like, yeah, I make like $64,000 a year. Bro was working 80 hours a week. If Some people call out, you know, he got a lot of high school people working for him, right? So if one of us call out, he got to show up to work. He got to run the entire store by himself. And you know what they do when they give you positions like that? You will hear 61,000. I said a week earlier, 61,000 a year isn't that bad. One, that's still like, you know, that's still not a lot of money. And two, you work salary. So now they can make you work as much as humanly possible. If they want you to work 85 hours a week, he done clocked in 85 hours a week there, but he's not getting paid no extra bread, bro. That is it should be some type of regulation for that, to stop corporations for doing that to people, bro. Cause bro, I used to see how his mental health would be so messed up because of it, bro. Like I remember one day, me and him was closing the store. And he was like, dang, I gotta open back up in 4 hours. I gotta wake up in 4 more hours and open back up. Hey, I'm gonna be here all day. So bro worked a 12-hour shift. He's only able to go home for 4 hours. Then he have to wake up, open the store, and do it all over again. That's crazy. And I get it. A lot of people on the internet say, oh, it's your fault. Get a different job. Sounds like a skill issue. That's what a lot of people would say. But again, everybody can't be these YouTubers, entrepreneurs, rappers. There's a cliche quote, and it goes like, everybody's an artist until the rent is due. Everybody wants to, you know, do stuff that they're passionate about. That's why we got so many more people making music nowadays, because it's easier. Now that it's more accessible, a lot of people got passions for music. I'm going to try this music thing. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people want to enjoy their life, but it's like people can't. And it's honestly a shame.
I'm one of those people where I don't care how broke I am. I will never want extra hours at a job. I will never cover for anyone. I really want to work as least as possible. Whenever bosses say, do you want extra hours, or like, do you want to work these days? Absolutely not. And I hate when they act like they're gifting it to me. Like, would you like more hours? That is like throw up to me. Absolutely. Like, I really would love less hours. I would rather be extremely broke with free time than rich and working all the time. I really hate working, hate. I think I'd be better off as like a farmer, or honestly like a landscaper. I think that I like that better because it's actual work.
I really do feel like a lot of these 9-to-5s are like modern day slavery. Like I said earlier, they're going to pay you as little as they possibly can. The government literally have to go in and be like, no, you can't pay these people $7 an hour no more. Like, if the government wanted to step in and said, yo, you gotta pay them at least this, these corporations would pay y'all $7 an hour to break your back. And the craziest thing about these corporations is that you work for them, they don't care about you. You could die today, they will have somebody working your shift, and they will have a new person hired by the next day or within the next 48 hours. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't really care about me. You don't care about my well-being. Only thing you care about if I do what's required of me. You get what I'm saying? And that's never a good feeling to have, right? You want to be in a good working environment where everybody cares about each other, well-being. You know, we could vibe off of each other. Nobody's being rude to each other. It's honestly, working nowadays is crazy, and I get why a lot of people don't want to work. You get what I'm saying? But what are we going to do? Like I said earlier, are we just going to quit our jobs and just not work and be homeless? Nobody want to be homeless. You get what I'm saying? We all got responsibilities. We all got dreams. And sometimes you got to sacrifice a couple years and work a job that you hate in order to come up later on. Just make sure you have a plan for yourself, bro. You know, make sure you have a plan. I have a plan right now, and YouTube is a part of my plan. I'm going to keep on going, and I hope my plan works out. I know it's going to work out. You know, you got to speak positively about your dreams. But let me know if you enjoyed this new style of video. I've been learning a little bit more about editing and all that. So, and I'm just going to end this video right here. Peace.